Hey there, boys and girls. How you doing? Welcome to the podcast. Dan Ashendorf here. Just the start of a bank holiday weekend. We're going to have a long weekend. We're off somewhere nice in the north of England. So with lockdown and everything, we are going to be a bit restricted, but hopefully we're going to have a good weekend. And today, wanted to talk to you about short versus long-term strategy. Now, they both have their place, but today specifically wanted to talk about the pros and the cons of each, and it's specifically also to do with a podcast that I was listening to the other day by a guy called Mark Joyner. He's been in the industry for a while. He's one of the veterans, been doing it since 2005, and it was all about list building. Interesting stuff, and it really reminded me of when I started out. So I never built my list for a very long time, and it was because I was fixated on short-term solutions, and that was because I needed money fast. When I lost my job in 2015 and I just needed to do something fast to get money, and it was always short-term solutions. And I was always told that building a list is a longer term thing. It's profitable, but it's going to take you a long time. So why don't you do this, that, or the other? Why don't you buy cheap clicks and drive them into CPA offers, and you're going to make a bit of arbitrage, and that could be your business model moving forward. And there is a bit of an element of truth in that, but I just find it to be very unreliable. So one day you make money, the next day you don't. Whereas if you have a list, you build an asset. And this is really what it's all about, is building assets, which by definition is going to be a longer term play. So short term has its place if you need money fast, if you're very good and you know what you're doing. I think it's possible to make some money short term, but I think the real money is longer term in building assets. And when the penny dropped, that's really when things started to happen for me. So I want to tell you about 3 assets, longer term things. It takes a lot of time and effort to build, but once you do, then things become a lot easier for you. So the first one is a list, and it's also to do with the other 3 things I'm going to tell you about in just a moment. So actually it's 4 things in total. So list is one of those things. It's a really good way of driving traffic. So basically it's just a traffic system in effect. That's all it is. Free traffic, you're in control of it, you don't have any gatekeepers, so powerful from that side of it. But the other thing is recurring income. So having a recurring income sort of business is very, very powerful, because you start the month, you're kind of already ahead. And that leads me on to the next thing, which is to do with recurring income. Possibly is, possibly isn't, but they are interconnected, and that's to have a flagship product. So instead of just bouncing around different short-term products that you promote or you don't promote, or you follow, you don't follow, or you spend time and money on, or you don't, having one flagship product that is possibly recurring income as well. It doesn't have to be, but if you have got that, then it would help. So remember this. So number 1, recurring income, flagship product, and secondly is to have a strong following. So you can see how all of these are interconnected with each other. These 4 pillars, they're kind of longer term, and they are powerful. They take time to build, but once you got them, that's really when you start making consistent money. So build a list, get recurring income, have a flagship product, and build your following, your tribe. And how do you build that? It's a combination of time, credibility, authenticity, and I suppose being helpful, good customer service, all the good things you'd find offline as well. There's no magic. It's just faster and more visible when it's online, but it's the same age-old stuff. And that's it really for me. So it was all to do with listening to this guy speak, remembering my journey, list building, how I was always fixated with short-term stuff, but then when I started going a bit longer term, that's when things started to happen for me. So just something for you to bear in mind. Boys and girls, take care. Speak to you at the next one. All the best. Bye bye.